The only thing I will say I don't like about being banned is that you get 3 lives when you attack powerful people. They first ban you and try and shut you up. Secondly, they'll put you in jail for something you didn't do. And thirdly, they'll kill you. So I've used my first life, which is kind of upsetting when you know that next is going to be some false charges.
The 2 worst ones.
And if you survive the false charges, you just die.
Jesus.
So that's kind of upsetting. But
that's kind of upsetting.
It is. I like to. It's kind of upsetting. I like to think that people at home know if I ever ended up in a jail cell and the media started printing why, that they'd know it's a pure lie and they made it up.
Yeah.
But that's kind of scary. Outside of that, the ban in and of itself has not. I don't care, bro. It's made no difference to my life. The only thing Instagram was good for was a bunch of chicks, and that's the only thing I used it for.
And you have them in.
I do okay. I don't need it, so I don't care about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I do think that social media companies have made a mistake. I think they're now realizing they've made a mistake.
Are they contacting you?
I can't say what's happening, but I do believe I will be reinstated. However, it's truly not that important at this time. If I had to martyr my social media accounts to show the world that everything I was saying was true about the Matrix, then it was worth it, right? All they did was prove me completely and utterly right.
Yeah, you've said it 100 times on different episodes. I'm gonna be deleted. They're gonna try to silence me. Yeah. I wish someone would make a compilation of all these clips, because you said it like 100 times.
Yep, I said it over and over again.
They're gonna remove me. They're gonna ban me. They're gonna.
I knew exactly what was going to happen, and they proved me completely and utterly right, and it backfired. They tried to put a media spin on the event and convince the world that I'm a bad person, and that has failed. Nobody believes I'm a bad person. 99% of the comments on any of my videos are positive. I'm speaking to people who are now waking up and understanding that the media machine lies. And the only people who truly dislike me are the slave minds. If I ever hear about somebody disliking me, when you ask them why, they don't know. They don't know.
Yeah.
And that's what's scary. What's scary to me is that there's people out there that have a strong emotional reaction to scenarios, people, or events, and they don't even know why.
They just read a headline.
But that's the true slave mind. When someone can say a name to you and you're furious and you go, why are you angry? I don't know. Like, that shows how programmed you are.
They can control his emotions like this.
They can control you.
Yeah.
So anybody who's critically thinking, anybody with a brain.
It's a problem.
Yeah. So anybody with a brain who could think for themselves likes me, and anybody who hates me is barely sentient. So it's kind of good where now I have a very strong filter. Like, I don't like you. I know you're an idiot. That's fine. Instantly, I know you're an idiot. Oh, bro, I love your work. A person who thinks. So it's kind of convenient. It's kind of convenient to instantly filter, my life. But I must have been approached by 100,000 people as I walked the street, and I've never had anybody say anything negative to me on the street ever. Male, female, old, young, never. Everybody, including women, love me. They all say you're saying the truth. You're doing such important work. I've never had anything.
I've seen a video. A video came out of this woman. She was like, whatever you want to say about Andrew, you can say it. But who are the mentors that the youth have today? Or is it the rappers that are all on drugs and all like overdosing, which is very tragic? But which mentors do the youth have today that they can look forward to, that says, you know what, it's not cool to do drugs. It's not cool to just party. It's cool to work and to sacrifice and to put your goals as number one, and actually, like, you know what I mean? Like, grind towards something, have goals and chase them.
But that's done on purpose.
Yeah.
The mentors, the idols, the icons that they purport to the youth via the Matrix are degenerate. Because they want a degenerate class of semi-miserable, sad people.
Yeah.
You're never going to be truly happy in your mind if you go against the teachings of God. I don't care how much money you make. If you're a bad person, you're not going to feel happy. I don't care how much money you make. If you snake people or lie to people or do bad to people, you're never going to feel happy true deep in your heart. True in your heart, we're intrinsically designed to do right and do good. And that's something that God gave us. And when you have that, you understand that that's more important than anything else. So these people who are up here promoting degeneracy, saying, take Percocets and bang girls and drink vodka and you're going to be great. I drink. I'm not saying I don't drink, but that's not my message, right? Yeah. And those people are never truly happy, and they're trying to purport that and convince people to do the same, so that the whole populace is never truly happy. And like I said, now we go in circles. We've already discussed why they don't want us to be happy.
Exactly,
so that's why.
Do you think the drinking is like an escape of sorts? Or
I love alcohol, right? I drink, right? So I'm a drinker. but it's not my message. I don't sit here on a podcast and say, everyone drink. But rappers' message is degeneracy.
Drink, crime, rub this guy.
Completely. And
kill that guy.
Completely. And I'm saying that if you live that way, you're never going to be truly happy in your heart. If you want to feel happy inside of yourself, and you want to feel content, and you want to feel stable inside of yourself, you need to live true to God. And I'm not saying you can't drink a little bit of alcohol or not party or not have a little bit of fun, but you have to be a good person.
You have to balance life.
You have to balance life. You have to be a good person overall. I know I'm a good person. And when the Matrix is trying to convince the world that I'm not, that just proves even further that I'm a good person. The world we now live in today, when the mass media machine is trying to tell you somebody is evil, you can know pretty well that person's probably good. And vice versa. Like, there's a reason they are trying so hard to convince people to ignore their own ears. People listen to my message and go, that's a positive message. And the media machine's going, no, it's not positive. He's bad. They're trying to brainwash you.
No, honestly, you're right. I'd like to ask you, like, right now, in this moment, are you happy? Is this like the happiest moment you've been in your life? Or can you think back to a time where you were like, this is the happiest moment of my life?
I don't believe in the societal paradigms in which they have tried to construct this idea of happiness. I don't believe or subscribe to the way that happy and sad is currently understood by the masses of the population.